All right, up next we have Jack SB and Tenny SB, the co-founders of Spirited Hive. Come on up.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for having us. My name is Jack SB. I am the founder and CEO of Spirited Hive, and this is my sister.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tenny SB, and I'm head of creative and social strategy, and this is Spirited Hive.
So Spirited Hive is a canned cocktail 100% sweetened with organic wildflower honey. It is crafted with just a handful of ingredients. It is 100% natural. It is 7% ABV. We sit on the shelf around $15.99. We are a Nashville-built company, and we just launched in May of this year.
And you may all be wondering how we landed on honey as our only sweetener, so Jack is going to tell you that story.
So unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, when COVID hit, I was at USC about to graduate and get a job in real estate finance, and that dream went down the drain. Like everyone else during COVID, I was at home mixing up one too many quarantine cocktails, and one night, mixing up my two favorite drinks for all my best buddies, a Moscow Mule and a Mexican Mule, my friends were like, Jack, this might be the best drink I have ever had. You gotta can this thing. And at this point in time, the canned cocktail boom was just kind of getting started. And I was like, you know what? Why not? I've got nothing else going on. I'll take a stab at it. So we're sitting around the bar having one too many of these, thinking about different names. And I was like, wait, guys, what about the name Mint Bee? They're like, well, first off, that is the stupidest name I have ever heard of, but why Mint Bee? And I was like, you know, because there's mint in a Moscow Mule and a Mexican Mule, and bee because it's sweetened with honey. And they're like, Jack, neither of those ingredients are in both of those drinks. Little did I know I was making these drinks wrong my whole entire life. But, you know, this kind of sparked the whole idea in my brain about Spirited Hive, and a little bit later, it was started. We like to say at Hive that Hive was started and founded on a happy accident. So this is our tequila SKU, kind of the catalyst to the brand, which is our take on a Mexican Mule. It is sweetened with a ginger and lime infused honey.
So soon after the tequila, Jack's friends were like, what about a vodka? I'm a vodka drinker. And some were like, you know what? I love bourbon. Can you make a bourbon Hive? So we listened, and we made a vodka sweetened with honey infused with cranberry and lime. And then we made a bourbon sweetened with honey infused with rosemary and lemon. So now there was a drink for everyone in Jack's Hive.
So I know I just said that my two favorite drinks was a Mexican Mule and a Moscow Mule, but I have a new favorite drink, and I'm surprised it's taking me this long to find it because it's probably one of the oldest drinks ever, a Tom Collins. And I was like, you know what? I have to make a Hive rendition on this drink. So we did, and we will be releasing this at the beginning of 2023. So this, like I said, this is our take on a Tom Collins. So it is a lemon and juniper berry infused honey. So now we have the full lineup. Anyone in your Hive can have any type of alcohol base. If your friends like tequila and are tequila drinkers, they can have tequila, or bourbon, or vodka, or gin. We really have everything.
So Spirited Hive is a company based on community and quality. This means that we want you to spend as much time with your Hive as you can. But we want to give you a quality cocktail, a cocktail that feels like you were in the kitchen all night making this, but you're spending time with your Hive, and so here's Spirited Hive.
And you're probably wondering why we keep on using this word hive. We're not talking about a beehive. We took this word and made our own definition, and that is friends you never drink without. This could be your close friends, your new friends, your old friends, your work friends, really anyone that you love spending time with, coming together with them and toasting to a life that is sweet, and having a Hive with your Hive. So, like I said, we are based in Nashville. We have spent a lot of time, money, and effort in that city to really make a big splash. And to help do so, we partnered with two pretty big sport teams, I would like to say. The Tennessee Titans, we are the exclusive ready-to-drink of that team, as well as the new Nashville Soccer Club. We are the exclusive ready-to-drink partner of that team as well. We have branded bars throughout both of these stadiums, and this has helped make a big buzz in Nashville.
So we're super excited to announce that in 2023, we will be breaking into the New York City market. We're already in a couple places in Long Island, but we're really diving into New York City in the beginning of 2023.
Yeah, and we're also targeting a couple other kind of key markets in 2023 as well, but like Tenny said, really focusing deep into the city at the beginning of the year. Thank you all so much for your time, and Hive, buzzing all the way to the moon.
Thank you
so much.
Nicely done. And I love the idea of a Tom Collins beverage. I'm excited for that. Brandy, let's start with you. What are your thoughts on Spirited Hive, a honey-centric brand?
Great presentation. I like that you,
Thank
in
you.
the first 30 seconds, answered all the kind of the key questions that we wanted. So really good job on that. So I love kind of the double entendre of Hive, the bee, honey stuff in there. When you said you don't want it to be about bees, but also the social aspect. I think that's really, really smart. It gives you a lot to play with. Do you have any environmental ties to sort of save the bees or any elements like that you've tied into the brand?
And that's actually a big point that we're going to be focusing on in 2023. Like being in Nashville and Tennessee, there's a lot of Tennessee honey and a lot of local apiaries. So we're going to actually start sourcing some honey from local apiaries and giving back as well. So that's going to be a big point of 2023.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the third leg on your stool there, right? Because it's an important aspect of it. So I like the usage of that. I would say, I guess, in terms of the liquid, so I like the packaging. I think you've done a really good job in tying all of it together. I didn't notice, I think, across all of the different cocktails, I didn't notice too big of a taste differential. I thought it was pretty light, so I think I wanted a little bit of a stronger flavor profile, because I love everything else that you guys are kind of doing, so that'd be my only feedback on the liquid.
Thank you.
Nick, your thoughts on the brand and in particular the SKU strategy?
Yeah, I loved the brand a lot more when I heard you guys present it just now. I think the idea of the Hive and community, and we haven't really talked about this, but I'm a huge believer in not selling just the functional benefits, but the emotional benefits, so I get the emotional benefit big time there. Community, I love the whole play, the world you're creating around honey. You talked about sweet and buzz and all that stuff. Love it, love the honeycomb on the packaging. All really good stuff. I think I also like that I talked in previous presentations about the kind of platform approach in multiple categories. What I like is you can be considered a pure play for honey, right? You are a honey cocktail maker. That's a lot easier to swallow than, and I don't want to pick on anybody, but brands that have multiple categories without necessarily a common thread going throughout them. So I like that a lot. Maybe a criticism or a question, I think when we were looking at the packaging, we all kind of wondered at the top, I think you had lemon or rosemary or something. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to pull that up again, but that was a little confusing because it's wait, okay, now I'm seeing honey, and then at the bottom I see bourbon or tequila, and then at the top I see rosemary or lemon. So that didn't quite fully, that didn't seem tied up neatly for me. That would be the only point.
Okay. Yeah. So those are the flavors that we're infusing into the honey. So we could probably make it a little bit more clear. Yeah.
I mean, I guess my point is if I see the top, right, and packaging is everything, and sometimes people just see the top depending on the height of other products, I think that's a rosemary product, and I'm not sure that's the big selling point or the first takeaway.
Make the cocktail part stand out more.
Okay.
Yeah, Paul, your thoughts, and I'm actually curious about your thoughts on the partnerships that Spirited Hive has already landed, particularly with the Nashville soccer team and the Titans.
No, I like that. I think it's great the way you've dug into your home market and tested some things in a big way, and then maybe you can replicate that. You can tweak it and replicate it in other markets. That makes a lot of sense. So I applaud you for that. I think the variety of spirits you're using is right on trend. I think your creative and your packaging and your branding, a lot about your branding, is really consistent. The honeycomb look on the packaging, the name Hive, the use of the bee, your color tones, and just kind of the community and things you build around that are great. So good job there. Some of the packaging may be tweaked a little bit, as some people mentioned. A black on black is a little tough on the bourbon with some of the logos. But yeah, I like what you guys have going on. And the creative and design agency ought to be applauded if it's not internally done. It looks great.
Oh, well, thank you. And I had a question for you guys. We are thinking, since we now have 4 different SKUs, about doing a variety pack, so a mix, a mix pack, and I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
One person, because we have 45 seconds. Who wants to take it?
Quick.
Everyone's looking at me. Sure, I think you should. If you got the 4 flavors already, why not do variety packs? They sell, they work. Again, I would just be consistent that you've got that theme of Hive and honey running throughout whatever else you launch in the future.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank
I lied.
you.
We have 30 seconds left. Who wants to take it? Anyone else?
Who else?
3.
Don't go to New York City. Why are you guys doing that? So expensive and so
We live
competitive.
there.
Buckle up. You live there? Okay. It's home market. They live there.
There you go.
You only got one chance probably to get it right, and it's a tough, tough market. So
We're
you're probably
learning
aware.
that quickly.
All right, Jack, Tenny, very well done. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.